Hello and welcome back. So let's have a quick look at the markets today. So as you can see with the TM grade, still bearish. We want that bearish signal to move to green and be bullish, but no, it's still bearish. The market's just, going sideways really. It's not doing much at all. As you can see, still 7%, so it's a really extremely bearish there. There's nothing really bullish there. Sideways actions right across the market cap. Okay, so how have things been trading today? We'll have a look. Here we go. So this is general coins. As you can see, a lot of red today within the last hour and also within the last 24 hours. A lot of reds within that last. In fact, everything within 24 hours looks to be red. Just going down top 100. So yeah, until chain at number 33, that's the first green. But yeah, generally mostly red, and within the top 50 there, so you can see it's all red. That means the market's not doing too well. I mean, it was a trillion a couple of days ago, and the market, as you can see, the market cap now is down to 969 billion. Bitcoin dominance still the same at 40%, and Ethereum at 14%. So they've, pretty much stayed the same. If we look at the Bitcoin chart, $20,588 today per Bitcoin. That's down 0.97% over 24 hours. Still 32 TM grades, so still, in the bear market. The TM grade saying sell. So if you look at the actual chart, as I mentioned, over the last sort of few days, you can see it went. That's on the 18th. Today's the 28th, so as you can see, came up and it's just been going sideways really. Nothing too active there. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Yeah, same thing with Ethereum, $1,221 per ETH, minus 1.07% over the last 24 hours. And again, if you look at the chart, it's just pretty choppy sideways, as you can see. If you look at the TM grade predictor, which is this yellow line, it says it might go up a little bit, but generally you're looking at a sideways action going through within the next week. So the whole market just moving sideways, and that really is what happens during the bear market. If you go back in the 2018 sort of 19 bear market, you first of all had a really sharp decline, just like we did, and then it just kind of moves sideways. You get a few pumps and then it goes back down, but it tended to be sideways movements really for quite a long time, about a year actually. Celsius, again, they're back in the news. They still have not stopped. They stopped people from withdrawing tokens from the app, and they've still not let people be able to go to the app and get their tokens. Now, quite interesting. There was a tweet from Simon Dixson. Now, Simon Dixson seems to think that he's got a plan to save Celsius network. He's the CEO of Bank to the Future. He's the CEO and founder. The reason he wants to save it, one of the big reasons, is he's an investor. His Bank to the Future investment platform run a crowdfunding campaign for Celsius network. Not sure how much they raised for Celsius, but as you can see here, you've got the Series B details. You've got quite a few details here. Total disclosed funding round at the time, 750 million. So they did help the company to raise money, as you can see there. Alex Machinsky, the CEO. And yeah, so Celsius network did benefit from the work that Bank to the Future does, which is raise money for crypto companies predominantly, and they did help Celsius network. That means that a lot of Bank to the Future's clients must have money locked up in there, probably got their tokens as well. So it's in the interest of Simon Dixson, the CEO of Bank to the Future, to do everything within his power to try and see if he can help save Celsius network. So he's come up with a plan. He hasn't disclosed what the plan is, so we'll just have to wait and see. Well, Goldman Sachs, they seem to be raising 2 billion. 2 billion is not really a lot because Celsius network apparently had 12 billion under management. So they're looking to pick up a lot of the assets on the cheap. And on top of that, they had 8 billion in loans. So those loans, obviously, some of them have got to come back. So that's a lot of assets. That's about 20 billion in assets. So the Goldman Sachs office basically saying we'll give you 10% of your of the value of the company. And but we'll wait and see. A lot of discussions going on in closed doors, and once they're ready, they will let us know. The Celsius token is still, well, it's still trading. As you can see here on the chart, it's that's when the news came out saying that they were blocking customers from taking out their tokens from the app, and you could see that dump, and it's just been choppy and then choppy, but it's had a few pumps. But it's still trading. But you know, overall, as you can see, it's still 154% up on its 14-day. But yeah, it's 200-day is down at 79%, and over the years down at 86%, which is extremely bad. But a lot of tokens within the industry, a lot of the coins are down, as much as that, and they haven't had any problems. It's just generally a bear market. But with Celsius, you have that additional issue with customers' funds being locked in. So we hope that will be resolved soon. Great article here, which is basically, it was done by Bloomberg UK. So they interviewed the deputy governor of the Bank of England, and this guy basically said, look, the survivors of the crypto crash could become the technology companies of the future, rivaling Amazon and eBay. So he essentially goes back to the dot-com crash, and from that you had some good companies, Amazon, eBay, and so forth, really healthy companies came through, who survived that, came through and are dominating a lot of business at the moment. And he's basically saying, well, whoever survives the crypto crash may go on to become dominant companies in the future. Very bullish news, and it's something that we actually believe in, and I also believe in. So let's move on to the first blowout, the people blame for the actual crash in crypto. Terra Luna's UST. So this was their stablecoin. Their CEO, Kwon, I think is how you pronounce it, Kwon. He basically decided to use a protocol. I think it used to be called Basic Protocol, and he basically used that protocol to actually bring out and produce this UST algorithmic stablecoin. They had problems, obviously, when people started shorting them, and he actually tried to put in, did put in a lot of money to try and save the peg. So a stablecoin, as we know, should be pegged to the dollar, so it should be 1-to-1 to the dollar. So that's a good, when it's there, look at that. That's how it should be. It can go down, a few, a couple of pennies under or a couple of pennies over, but generally it should come back and it should stay on that line. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's how it should be. That's how a stablecoin should be, just hanging around on that dollar mark. And then when the shorts came in, That's what happened. And when people started looking at the UST Terra stablecoin, and they saw that it had depegged from the dollar. Look at that, it just kept going down, down, down until there was no more money left for the Kwon to try and save it, and the algorithmic stablecoin then just went pretty much down to zero. So that's basically when it goes wrong, when a stablecoin gets depegged and there's no money in the background, no collateral to save it. It just, it can definitely go down really quick. The reason I'm bringing that up, it's because USDD. Now this is the Tron stablecoin. Okay, if you look at the USDD stablecoin, it has had problems. So look, this should be there, should be pegged nice and neatly 1-to-1, but it's not. As you can see, it dropped, and it dropped quite heavily down here. To look at this, it dropped to 95 cents. Looks like the 94. You've got a massive wick there, so it went to 0.93. So it was going down, and in the end, Tron. Well, I think really it was the Tron founder who came along and said, look, they've added another 650 million of USDC to its reserve. USDC is the Circle stable coin, which is extremely, it's audited, and everybody really does trust that. So it's founder of Tron, Justin. So Justin's son came in and added some more collateral, and he claims, as you can see, that they have 2 billion trying to save it. Well, it worked. It brought the peg up, but it's still trying to get up to that one-on-one peg. It's still 99 cents, so that's fine. But really, you want it to come back to 1-to-1. So that's one to watch, which might have issues. Any slight movement in the markets, or if people decide to short that might be a problem for this particular stablecoin. The other one is Neutrino USD, which is USDN. It's the Waves stablecoin. Again, same issue. Look at that. Should be 1-to-1. Look at that dip there, dip there. Let's get a trading view chart and have a look at it there. But as you can see, the founder, again, Sasha Ivanov, who is the founder of Waves blockchain system, he's basically taken over the debt, because they had somebody who basically taken massive positions and accrued 530 million in debt. So this wallets that had all those positions that were due to be liquidated would have caused extreme problems to their stablecoin, the USDN. So in order to save it, he then took over those wallets, and he basically guaranteed the debt, and he said he's going to unwind the position over time, extremely slowly. So if you look at their chart, again, it should be on a 1-to-1, and the problem, well, their problem seems to have started quite a long time ago, because, they had quite a big dip there, but really that's where the dip started. That's when he began the problem. Then he propped it up, and as you can see, it's so you're looking here from April. It's when the big problem started. Then they managed to prop it up, and yeah, at the moment they're still, they managed to do such a good job that it's actually now over. So you can see that I think today it's 1.02. So yeah, I mean, it's gone back to what it should be, which is hanging around that $1, that 1-to-1. But that's because the founder has come in, the Waves founder has come in and has pretty much guaranteed taken the problem wallets out with this massive debts that were due to be liquidated, and he's basically going to sell them off, but extremely slowly and in a very uniform and proper manner. And that's been something that's good for their token. And token metrics. So in both bull and bear markets, they have this AI system which uncovers the best investments by scanning over 6,000 cryptocurrencies to provide the critical information needed to find high potential coins early. So I use it, we use it, it's extremely good. They send you a newsletter out as well, highlighting the coins that they think can perform well. They do really great deep dives on these coins, and you can then go and have a look. You can even build your own portfolio, as you can see here. You can build your own portfolio. You can have different strategies. It's quite a very informative platform. Apart from the insights, being able to build your own portfolio, you have the data analysis, and you also have the research media. Now, we have a partnership with them. There's a link in the description. So if you click on that link, at the moment for a limited time period, you can get a free trial. And if you do sign up and decide you want to go ahead and keep using it, because it's a great platform, you can get up to 40% using the link below, which is actually much better than if you just go ahead and sign up without my link. So I've got an affiliate link there for our partnership. Because you've got a free trial, you can just try it, and if you feel you don't like it, you can then cancel it. But the costs are very minimal. They start from around $19 a month, and if you use my link and you get a discount, you can get up to 40% discount. And this is extremely, the costs compared to the rewards, you get a good deal. So that's token metrics. Try them out. Use my link. It's in the description, and that will help you get a good discount. Now, great news here. The number of addresses holding one or more Bitcoins, they've reached an all-time high of 871,492. That is great news. I mean, when I saw this, I just thought to myself, this is brilliant. But I probably thought to myself, in terms of the people with one Bitcoin or more, it's probably half, because a lot of people have multiple accounts. Institutions have multiple accounts. Individuals will have multiple accounts, so they might spread their Bitcoin through through multiple accounts, 5, 10, you name it. So it's a great amount, but I think I'd probably, I mean, this is just a rough guess. I'd just divide that by 2, so I'll say, look, 800,000. So you're probably looking around 400,000 or 450,000. These are just guesses, but around that, to say that the amount of people who have one Bitcoin or more. But generally it's good news, because the graph, as you can see, consistently going up and up in the people who have one Bitcoin or more, and that's the kind of thing you want to see. It's great news for crypto, and it's great news all around. And okay, this is also another good news. So anybody who can remember Axie Infinity's hack, the Ronin bridge hack, I think that was the biggest single crypto hack we've had for a while. 620 million stolen from their bridge. The great news about this is Axie Infinity have said that they're going to compensate everybody, and that starts on Tuesday the 28th. So you will get back your your ETH. So for every ETH that you had, they'll give you an ETH back. They're reimbursing all the victims of that, which is a really good thing. I mean, that's something that we like to see, the industry taking care of each other. That's really great news for the community. Great news for the people who had ETH there and their ETH had been stolen. So yeah, I mean, it's really good news for them. So initially, I thought this news might pump their token. It might go up. But as you can see, $15.97 It's down 4.75% in 24 hours. And if you look at the chart, you'll see that it's not. It had a slight pump when they, released the news, and then you've got the sell-off. But yeah, nothing much. Still down from its all-time high, which I think was in November last year. So from November last year, it's pretty much just been coming all the way down. And now in a bear market, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I do think it's one that will definitely pick up. It's up 19% on 14 days, but still it's down 84% on the 200-day. But on the year, still up 328. So if you bought this a year ago, you would still be up 328% on your token. So yeah, so those who bought around this time, early adopters, they're still they're still getting good returns on that. But yeah, so I hope, I do like Axie Infinity, great platform, and I wish them all the best. XCarnival, this is another hack. So XCarnival was attacked on June 26th, 2022. And what they effectively have done is they've offered the hacker a bounty of 1,500 ETH, which is about 50% of what the hacker stole. So they basically said, look, if you can have you can have about 50%, you keep 1,500 ETH, and you return the rest, and they will not take any legal action. So we'll wait and see if anybody will actually, or if the hacker will actually return it. But that 1,500 ETH, that's about using today's prices, it's about $1.7 million, I'd say, So if we look at the ETH price, and we'll just work it out, let's have a look here. So we have ETH at 1221, right? Let's see, so that's 1221 times 1,500. So that's how much ETH they said he can keep. Yeah, 1.8 million. Yeah, just under 2 million. So that is quite a lot to offer somebody, especially in this in this time, basically. But hopefully it will work out for them, and they'll get their ETH back. But again, security issues with these bridges and so forth. The hacker stole 3,087 ETH. So yeah, 1,500 is nearly 50%. So, but we hope. Now, some other news that's not so good. Crypto exchanges layoffs so far. As you can see, a lot of layoffs. Crypto.com 5%, BitOasis 5%, Robinhood 9%, Bitso 10%, Gemini 10%, Coinbase 18%, BlockFi 20%, BitMEX 25%, Bitpanda 27%, Bybit 30%, Vault 30%, and it's just a lot of layoffs. So you can see a lot of companies are looking forward and thinking there's a bear market, and they're also thinking there's a recession coming up. So they're reducing their headcount. A lot of them have frozen any hiring. A lot of them have also rescinded job offers that they'd given to individuals, which is extremely sad. But that's the nature of the game. When you're in a bear market, you just need to do what you need to do in order to survive, so you can come through stronger. And that's why they're doing that. Goldman Sachs journey into crypto. This is quite interesting. In 2017, they basically said Bitcoin is a vehicle for fraudsters. In 2018, Goldman Sachs then said, oh, Bitcoin is never coming back. That's during the 2018 bear market, when Bitcoin went from 19,000 or just under 20,000 all the way down, and just kept dropping. I think it hit 3,000 something, just under 4,000 at its lowest in the bear market last time. So yeah, and then in 2020, Bitcoin is not a real asset. Then in 2021, Bitcoin to be offered to clients. Yes, so in 2021, just last year, they started offering Bitcoin to clients, and their rationale was that clients wanted it, and if they didn't offer it, the clients would go and buy it using other investment banks. And now they're raising $2 billion to buy Celsius assets. So they've gone from just offering Bitcoin to clients to actively putting up deals to help save crypto companies, or not save, but to take over crypto companies. So you could see their journey has been slow, but has definitely been documented. And Michael Saylor, I quite like this quote from him. He said, "I thought I was late to Bitcoin, but apparently not," which is very true. The only thing that's quite funny about him today, it's Alex Machensky, the CEO of Celsius. Well, Michael Saylor has basically stopped following him on Twitter, apparently. So there's all these rumors that Michael Saylor has basically stopped following Alex Machensky on Twitter, which is interesting, since they seem to have been friends actually before all these issues with Celsius. So hey, that's something to think about. But yeah, I do like this quote. "I thought I was late to Bitcoin, but apparently not," which is very true. Crypto's just at the beginning, and so early. Anybody who gets in now is definitely not late. So if you like this, please hit the subscribe button, and also please hit the like button. We always try to get you all the information that's relevant to the industry, to the crypto industry, the news, and we'll give it to you in a very nice and promptly manner. Also, if you like to receive the information much quicker, please follow me on Twitter. My handle, as you can see there, is at Kenneth Omoya. And that's everything for today. You have a good evening, or a good morning, or a good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. And take care of yourself. See you tomorrow.